Hi everyone, welcome to my video. Today I'm going to show you how to upload, resize, and complete 10 different fun fold cards. I have created SVG blanks to be uploaded into your cutting machine software. I have also offered ideas of how you might decorate the cards. So let's get started. If you have not already downloaded your SVG file, you can go to my Etsy shop by going to etsy.com and searching for Art Graphics Studio. Then scroll or search for the SVG you're looking for. If you are a Cricut Design Space user, you may be able to access my free designs. For more information, see my note at the end of this video. In order to begin your projects, upload your SVG file. Go to Upload, Upload Image, Browse, and locate your file. Then click on the SVG file and click Open. And then press Upload on the lower right. And when it comes up, highlight it by clicking on it and Add to Canvas. Now this is true of any of the cards that you're going to make. They will come in as a group. But before you ungroup it, you want to be sure that the size is correct for what your project needs to be. In this case, these two flaps fold in, and this is the main body of the card. And that will be true of any of the cards that you do. You just need to locate what will be the main body, the height and width of the perimeter of the card. So I'd like for this to be 4x9 so that it fits in a number 10 envelope. So I'm going to create a rectangle that is 4x9. And I'm going to move it into place. And that does seem to fit just about perfectly. So I don't need that anymore. So now it's okay to ungroup this entire group. This is ungroup. And then we will locate our score marks and mark them as scores. And depending on which card you're making, the score marks will be in different places, but you can typically tell where they need to go. So we'll ungroup that, click on our score marks, and as you can see, this little box has turned red. That means that I have designated them as scores. So click on Basic Cut arrow and go down to Score. Let's get these out of the way. And then we'll highlight both the box and the score lines and attach them. Now we'll do the same for these. These are score lines. You can tell by looking at the picture of the blank that is provided in the video. So we will ungroup that. Select the score line. Here again it's turned red. Change it to score. And then attach those two. Same thing here. Ungroup it. Select the score line, mark it as score, and then attach the two. And as I said, this will be the same for any card that you're uploading. Just locate the score lines, change them to score, check the size, and now you're ready to make it. So here's the blank for the horizontal fold-out card. And here are the components that I've chosen to make my card with. This is the base, and it has score lines, so you want to do that. And in this case, it will open like this. Now here's the background. And I am going to put the glue right in the middle and leave the edges because the glue will show through this vellum. We'll set that to the side and start on this. And on this one, I'm going to put some dimensionals. Now, how else you decide to decorate this is just, it's always just up to you. I've got a blank page here, but of course you could always add some sentiment or something to that page. And then this will be the inside. And these will need to be completed when you're putting yours together. It doesn't matter what order you put these in. And I'm going to put this in the center because that's the first thing you see when you open the card. And I'm going to let these dry and I'll be right back. Now that that's dry, we need to glue this to the middle of this, like that. I'm going to be generous with the glue. And then we're going to let that dry. So here's the finished card. And here's the blank. And that's all there is to it. This is a very simple card. This is the mock-up for the Accordion Vertical card. And these are the components that I'm using to decorate my card with. First thing I want to do is to glue my little reindeer to the background. This will be for the belly band. Okay, we'll let that dry. We'll move on. Now here is our back and our liner. So I am going to just glue that down. Let that dry. Now here is our accordion. As you can see from our mock-up, this side goes down and this side goes up. Now, since this will be on top, I'm going to put the cover right here. And I'm going to use some dimensionals for that, some foam tape. I'm going to center it right in that first block. Now on this one, as you can see, I have spread the lettering across the two cards. So I'm actually going to put those as close as I can without putting them on the fold line. And I'll put this one just on the other side of it, just like that. And I'm not going to use the dimensionals for this. Just going to glue that down. Again, I'm going to put it just shy of the fold line. And the same thing on this side. I'm going to put it just shy of the fold line. It won't exactly match up the letters, but the eye will cause it to look like it's matched up. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to glue this right to the center of this card, of the back card. Just about right there. And then we're going to let that dry. Now that we've gotten our card ready, we're going to put the belly band on it. And I'm going to I didn't score it. I'm just going to put it on there and wrap it around because I want it to be a little bit loose so it can slide up and down. That way we can get it on and off easily. I'm going to hold that a minute, let it dry. So then just add the reindeer to the front of the belly band and the card is complete. Here is your blank that you receive in your purchase. And here is my version of the finished product. Here are the pieces for the card. This is the main part of the card and it folds in the center. It also folds catty corner like this. This is a simple put together. First we want to assemble the components. And we want to remember that some of these will lift off. The pumpkins will be on foam dots to help lift off. But let's go ahead and put the pieces together. A little bit of glue. You can also use spray glue if you'd like for all the small pieces. I really like this glue though, original tacky glue. And it dries clear. And we'll do the same thing with the word happy. This on the inside. Now, when this is folded, when it opens, it'll open like this with the cover here. So we want our pumpkins to be in this general area. This will be the inside. And we can go ahead and glue that down. You don't have to use that. You can just use the inside of the card if you'd like to. I'll just center it on that part right there. Now the Happy Halloween will go here. So let's go ahead and glue those in place.
Now, as I said, when this sets up an easel, it will set up like this. So we want to put our pumpkin here. But I want the pumpkin to lift off because I want it to hold the easel up. So I'm going to be using some foam dots to lift those in place. We'll start with the purple. And we'll put it about here. And then we're going to do the same thing for our other two, for the black and then the pumpkin, the orange pumpkin. Now I've got some little eyes here, which will go here. And there. Now the last part of this would be to put the cover on, like this. But we want to keep the glue inside this area so that we have room. The glue is not on the outside of the border and also doesn't go past this line here. So we'll run the glue right along that line, but we'll stay short of the other two edges so that we don't get glue on the border. And then as we lift it, there is our easel. And that's all there is to it. Very simple project. All right, here's the blank for the peekaboo card. And it's a pretty easy card to make. The only thing you have to be careful of is how you attach this piece to this piece, because you want to be sure that the holes line up. So here's my design for the peekaboo card, and it is a baby card. I put some dimensionals on the centerpiece, made a little congratulations to go on there. So the first thing to do is to fold on the score lines. And so after you've got your fold lines, you need to attach this to this. And the one thing you want to make sure when you do that is that the holes line up. So let's lay that out there. So we want to move that so that these two circles line up exactly. We're going to let that dry, and we'll come right back. Now that we've got that dry, let's put the inner decoration in. I've chosen this pretty cardstock here, but of course you can put a photograph or anything that you would like to put in that centerpiece. And on this particular one, this would be a good place right in this corner to put a sentiment or who the card is from, or congratulations on your new baby, whatever you'd like to put there. Now, I have also made this little congratulations, which I have put on dimensionals. Now I think I'm going to add a few little flowers on here. I've got some small ones here. I think I can put a couple on there. Don't want to get it too thick because then it won't mail very well. Of course, if you're just handing it to someone at a shower or something like that, then that won't matter. All right, there we have it. Here's our blank that you receive in the packet. And here is the finished design. Here is the blank for the Z-fold side card. This is the front, opens up, and each one of these opens up for more decorations or sentiments. And this is what I have chosen to use for my card. First thing we want to do is start with our base and make our folds. And as you can see, this is the way it will fold. This is our cover. And you can choose to use dimensionals or just glue it down. I think I'll just glue it down on this case. On the inside, what we want to do is we want to create our inner box or fold. And we only want to glue along this folded edge. And then we put our endorsements on each one of these. And then we'll add these to them. Here, here, and here. So I'll glue all those down and I'll be right back. Now I think on these, I added dimensionals. Help stand out a little bit. Okay, now we'll put our sentiments in. We want to place it in a way that this covers this colored part. If you decide to make this card similar to what I have done here, then you can always change this to be some other kind of sentiment. And also you can put decorations or sentiments here. So here we are, here's our card. And if you'd like to, you can make a band to go around it. And there it is. This is the mock-up for the floating card. And this is the components that I'm going to use to decorate my floating card. Of course, you can use anything that you'd like to. This is the base, and it has 2 score lines. So we're going to score those. We're going to fold those. So we're going to fold those. And then we're going to put in the trim pieces, both on the front and the inside. And then we're going to put these here on each side and on the front as well. We'll set these aside, let them dry. And these are our two floaters. So I am going to put some low level dimensions on that so it'll stand up a little bit. Don't want it to be too thick because the card will need to close over it. All right, now you may have noticed on these that I have embossed the pink cards. So I think I'm gonna do the same thing to these two green cards. So I'll do that and we'll be right back. Now, as you can see, I've embossed these. So I'm going to take each one of these and place it over that. And these are our floating cards. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the mechanisms. And that's what I have here. And you can see there's a fold line here. There are several fold lines, and there's also a pin line. The pin line just shows you where to put the card. Now, we have two folds. On this end and one fold on this end. Same thing on this side, except it's just reversed. And here is the pin line, which won't show after you put it together. Okay, the next thing we want to do is to put our floating cards on our mechanism here. And you'll see here is the line. Now, if you look at this closely, you'll see that this is the double bend and this is the single bend. So when we put our card on here, particularly if it's got writing on it, we want to make sure that we put this in the right place. And the way this will lay will be here. And then the way this will lay will be here. Now you want to be sure that when you put these cards on that they don't interfere with each other. So one way to do that is to measure the center of this card and make ever so small of a mark. That's 3, so 1.5 right there. 3, so 1.5 right there. And then same thing here. This is 2.5, so that will be 1.25. And over here as well, 1.25. So we want to line up those two marks. When we glue this down, we want to line them up on both sides. and you want to just cover up that pen line. And we're going to let that dry. Then we're going to do the same thing here. All right, now it's time to put our mechanism together. This is the tricky part. So there's your front and your cover. You want to line up this box so that it's even with the bottom of the card, exactly. Then you want to line up this side so that it's just short of the fold line, so that you don't have any problem folding it. All right, we're going to put some glue just on the part of the square up until the fold, not past the fold. Then fold the side over and let that dry. And then you'll do the same thing here. And you want this just short of the fold. Let's bring this up just a tiny bit and a little bit over. And you only want to put the glue in that small square. And then fold this over. Then we're going to let that dry for a few minutes and we'll come back to it. So now we've got these two pieces like this. The next part is to connect this side. So what you want to do is to open it up, fold it like this, and put the glue on the outside part. Now, when you fold it over, you want to fold the entire card. So that needs to dry before we do this side too. And we'll do it the same way. We'll put the glue on the outside, then we'll fold the entire card. So let's let that dry and we'll come back. And we'll do the same thing here. Fold this back, put the glue here, and then fold the entire card over like that. And we'll let that dry. So here we are. Now I have some additional little pieces that you can add for decoration if you'd like. I'm going to put those in. And you can put sentiments on these, or you can just leave them blank. They don't have to be patterned. And put from, to, any other little thing that you want to say, or you could just write that directly on the card base itself. All right. And there you have it. Here is the mock-up of the basic pop-up card. It's easy to make. And here are the components that I'm using to decorate my card. First, you can use any decorations that you want to. This is just what I've chosen to do. Here's our base card, and it has a score line right down the center. And as you can see on the mock-up, this is the base card. It has some layers on here that I have put on it. And then there is a centerpiece which has this V, and it has 2 cards. This is the centerpiece, and as you can see, it also has scored lines. Right here. And the card that goes on the top here is this one. And that will be glued right there. And then the bottom part is a green, one of these green cards. And it will be glued there. So we'll glue those 2 together. Put it in there nice and snug. I'm going to put some paper clips on it to hold it for a few minutes while it dries. Make sure you get it all the way to the end inside. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side with our piece of green. We will glue it right there and paper clip it, and then we'll wait for them to dry. We will put the bottom piece on, and you want to make sure that your card is lined up so that when you put it in the base, it will be lined up correctly in the base. All right, we're going to let that dry. Now, the front of the card is this here, and that will be this outside base. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue down this level, but I'm going to put dimensions on the top level to make it pop up a little bit. And this will be the front. And this is the way this will fit on this card. We will glue down just this, not the folded part, just that part right there. And the same thing on the bottom. We will glue it down from here. And then we will put down just the bottom part. If we get that glued. Then we'll put the glue on the top part and close it. So we'll do that. So now we'll put the glue here and here. And carefully close this lid. And then we're going to let that dry for a few minutes, come back and finish the inside. All right, now we were going to put our inside in here. And we're going to put our little pterodactyl right there. I'm going to glue the pterodactyl to the black background. And then I'm going to put it on this card with the dimensionals. So let's glue this part in place. And then put our dimensionals on the back of our pterodactyl. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our pop-up in, and that'll be the final thing, which will be right here. And we'll glue that right there. And then when we open the card, it'll pop up. Before we do that though, we're going to go ahead and add our dinosaurs to this background. That one I'm just going to glue down. And I'm going to glue this one down as well. And then the last two I'm going to use dimensionals on. The pterodactyl will sit on top, and so will this little guy right here. I'm going to use the dimensional dots. Place him right here in the corner. And this little fella right here will also go right about there. And we'll use the dimensionals on him as well. Now the next thing we'll do is we'll glue that set of dinosaurs to this edge here. And we'll probably just have to hold this for a while because I don't think that there's a good way to put a paper clip on it. So we'll hold it for a few minutes and then we'll be right back. Shouldn't take long at all. Okay, so here we have our mock-up. And here we have a card that I have added the decorations to. It's a simple pop-up card. Can be used for any occasion. Here are all the pieces for the mirror card, and you may be able to see the fold lines here, 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 and here. So let's go ahead and make the fold lines. Right on the score line. Same thing on this side. This will be the front. This will be the back. Now you want to go ahead and put your cardstock. This will be the front, and you will not glue it to this portion, only to this portion. And you can use dimension dots if you want to. You can just glue it down, whatever you'd like to. And then you'll do the same thing for each of these pieces. As such. And you can also put in cardstock in these pieces. on each of these corners. So we'll do that and then we'll be right back. Now here we have it with all the pieces put in. Now this is the front, as I said, and the pieces that go on the front will actually overlap the fold like this. So when you put the glue on, you put the glue here. We'll do that. Now, of course, you can put adornments, you can put sentiments, whatever you'd like to, on any of these surfaces. All right, we're going to let that dry and then we'll come back. All right, here we are. This is our mirror fold card. And as I said, you can put anything that you'd like to on here to decorate it for whatever occasion you're making the card for. I've got one I'm working on for Christmas, and I will make that and show it to you, the finished product. So here's the one that I promised that I would show you, the Christmas one. And I put the dimensionals on here on the cover. Now you want to be sure that you don't put the dimensionals on this top part here. Now I have some additional things to put on here. And I'm going to put some dimensionals on those too. So we'll do that. It just gives it a little more dimension. And of course you can use these not just for Christmas, but for any kind of holiday or event that you want to, that you'd like to use. I think I'll put it this way. All right, there we are, our mirror fold card. All right, this is the mock-up, very simple card, envelope card. And of course you can decorate it any way you want to, as I have said over and over. I'm going to add some twine to the outside of this card. I'm going to run a bead of glue on each of those and apply the twine to it. I'll do that and then I'll be right back. All right, got the twine on it, and then it's just a matter of folding it, putting the sentiments on, which I'm going to use the foam tape. give it a little dimension. And this is a real simple card, a masculine card that you can make for somebody. There you go. Now, if you'd like to put a string around it or some dots or even Velcro to keep it closed, because it is pretty thick. Very simple, fun card. These are the components that I have chosen to put on my card. Of course, you can do anything you want to. The design that I provided you is blank, so it doesn't include any of these decorations, but this gives you an idea of what it could look like. This is the base, and it is got 2 fold lines. These will be glued here and here. And the third one will be glued here on the bottom on the inside. This one, the center part, will be glued here. And the vellum will be glued to the outside. Then this card will be here. This will be here. And these will be here. And these will be here with dimensional dots. So I'm going to go ahead and put all that together, and then we'll see what it looks like. Now, if you'd like to, you can always cut out some extra adornments and put them on the inside with some dimensionals also. We're going to let this dry just a minute, and then we'll be right back. Okay, you don't have to use vellum if you don't want to. I like the way it looks. So I'm going to put some glue along here, and then I'm going to fold this down so the vellum will stick to the top. Now the bottom flap does not glue down to anything, so that when you open it up, you'll be opening to this side. This will go to here, and I will put some dimensionals on that, and it will overlap both the top and the bottom. Then this will go across here. And of course, the dimensionals. And you can measure, but I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I'm going to put some dimensionals on this. And this will go on here once we put it together. I'm going to go ahead and put these on here with some dimensionals. And you can put it on there just the way you like it. Nothing is written in stone. Now I did put some VersaFine around the edges of these flowers because it helps to fill in where it cuts. I think I'll put this one on top, so I'll go ahead and put this down. We'll put this just about right there. Again, I'm going to put some dimensional tape on there. Give it where it'll pop up a little bit. Now, again, this is going to go on top. And I'm going to glue this to this, a little to the off side. You can even have it overhang a little bit, should be plenty of room. And I will glue it to this, but not to the bottom. Now you can glue this to the vellum if you'd like to, that's just up to you. This will all move together. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue right there. And then we'll let that dry and we'll come back and look at our finished product. All right, now that we've gotten that, when it opens, see how it opens? And we'll just tuck this bottom in right underneath there. And when it comes in the card, in the envelope, pull it out, lift this and that, and your sentiments on the inside. And that's really all there is to it. If you'd like to, you could put a little piece of Velcro right here if you're having trouble keeping it steady, keeping it down. But it should lay pretty flat. Once it's been in the envelope for a little bit, it should lay flat. And that's.
Thanks for watching, and if you find this video useful, don't forget to click the like, subscribe, and notification bell to stay informed about more exciting projects. I appreciate you watching my video, and I will see you next time. If you're a Cricut user, you can access some of my free designs simply by opening the Cricut design space, and in the home screen, type in my shop name, Art Graphic Studio, and search. When this next screen comes up, scroll to the bottom and click on my profile. This will bring up my profile page, and all of my shared projects will be listed. Just a note though, if you're not a Cricut Access member, Cricut may want to charge you for any of their components that were used in the original design.